Short cycles versus long cycles. Which is better, and for who is it better? Let's go with short cycles for a start. What is a short cycle? Well, for most people, it's I am okay, I'm happy where I am, I want to get a little bit leaner because I've got a holiday in 6 weeks. I'll take a bit of Anavar. I'm happy with where I am strength-wise. Sorry, I'm not happy with where I am strength-wise, I'm happy where I am look-wise. I want to take a bit of D-ball, a bit of oxys for 6 weeks, get a little bit stronger. I don't want to do steroids, so I'm going to take some orals for 4 weeks, and then I'm going to come off it and I'm going to be completely clean. I've heard that one as well. I've also heard I'm going to do sus for 8 weeks, and then I'm going to go natural. I'm like, have you ever taken steroids before? No, but I'm on 4 weeks of sus. What do you reckon to my plan? I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know, and this is no offense to people doing this. Of course, there's a lot of people out there that don't know, they're not educated. Now, it's not their fault. And the reason why it's not their fault is because there's so many, do I want to use the term knuckleheads? Is that even a term? What is that term for? I can't remember. I must have heard it in an American movie somewhere. Knucklehead, gym bro, whatever you want to call it. Some people call me a gym bro. Can you believe it? Some people call me a gym bro. Anyway, point is, you go to the gym, you see a guy in good shape, and he's been training all his life, and he says, yeah, bro, you know what? Just jump on a course of EQ and test. Just 12 weeks, take a bit of Clomid Novadex at the end of it, and you're going to be good to go. Just build your strength a little bit, get a little bit of muscle, then you can be 90 for the rest of your life. It's bullshit. It don't work. Yes, you can build strength and size very, very quick if you have never, ever touched steroids in your life, and this is your first course. No matter what you take, it's going to work. And it's going to work quick. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best cycle ever. But then comes the PCT. And when the PCT comes, you're going to want to jump from here. I know you guys can't see, but let me tell you, it's a long way down. I don't know, about 5 stories or something? Who knows? So it's a very long way down. The point is, they're not the best drugs when you're taking PCT. So when people do short cycles, especially newbies, yes, you are getting the benefit, and a lot of benefit in such a short space of time. But when you come off, you're going to have the worst crash ever. Not only are you going to have the worst crash ever, you're going to mess up your lipids, mess up your natural testosterone. That's the big thing. Your estrogen, your prolactin is going to be all over the place. Your FSH and your LH is completely going to be shut down. Your libido is going to be literally down in the dumps. So there's going to have a lot of issues later on. When you're on it, you'll feel like Superman. You'll feel like the Incredible Hulk. You'll feel like, I don't know, Thanos. I know Thanos. I normally have the Thanos hand over here, but of course I'm not there right now. So you will feel superhuman whilst you're on the short cycle. And I just believe, well, I don't believe in massive spikes, because with a massive spike comes a massive dip, you know? So think of that as your mood. The bigger the high, the lower the low. We do not want that with anything in life. The best way to live life, especially when it comes to health-wise, is stay consistent. You want a nice, you don't want to be like flat. You want to like a little bit going up every single time. So you're always peaking. You can always bet your best ever so slightly. You do not ever want to go, you know, the hockey stick analogy that people say, you know, you go up and then boom, you've gone up. And then when you come down, you're going to hit rock bottom. So, short cycles, are they healthy? No. Do they work? Absolutely. Absolutely work. Now, I've argued this with a good friend of mine, Tony Huge, for those people who know about biohacking and steroids and TRT and so on. He was one of the first guys out there on the internet, and he's a very good friend of mine. Every time I'm in Pattaya, we always hook up. We always try to shoot as much content together, and you know, we go for a meal. And we, you know, he's a very nice guy, very friendly guy, and I can't say enough good about him. And I know a lot of people give him slack, and a lot of people give him hate. But there's also a lot of guys like him, like me, that do like the guy, and I'm telling you, he's a good guy. And I always have this conversation with him about, and he does this mass blasting, and what his idea is to get as much mass on as possible in the shortest period of time. And the way he does that is by taking the craziest doses of GH, insulin, testosterone, in the shortest, I'm talking short, I'm talking like 12-day mass blast, 28-day mass blast, like crazy amounts of gear in the shortest amount of time. And he argues that this is the healthiest way to do it, because if you take steroids for a long period of time, that's going to cause long-term effects. And I agree with him, And the reason why I agree with him to that point is because people are taking steroids like this, like a high dose of steroids. I'm talking like 2 to 3 grams of steroids for a long period of time. So if you do like 4 to 5 grams of steroids for a short period of time, you're going to have less side effects than you are if you go for a longer period of time. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the short cycles. I don't think they're safe. Personally, I don't think they're safe. I don't believe in it. I don't think they're safe. I think there's a lot of stress on the heart, and Tony agrees with me on that as well. And that was the only issue they did find with the mass blast, that the heart was it's a massive side effect. And for me especially, no, I just, anything that heart, I take caffeine and it raises heart rate, stop. I'm that guy. I am that guy, bro. You guys follow me, messes with your heart rate, stop it. Don't take that shit. That's how I am. Just caffeine, just something that interferes with your heart rate is a no-no for me. So steroids, high dose, that short, no, don't do it. Oxys, couple of weeks, don't do it. D-ball, couple of weeks, don't do it. SUS, 8-week course, don't do it, guys. It ain't worth it. Here's what you should do instead. Little and long duration. I'm not here advocating to do steroid cycles all your life, like actual steroid cycles. I'm talking TRT long term. And if you're going to do steroids, then even steroids with a moderate amount is going to be more beneficial in the long run. I would rather build slow and steady muscle over the course of 12 months by taking 500 milligrams of test than I would if I was to do a 3-month cycle of 3 grams of test and tren and look massive and jacked in those 3 months. Then what am I going to do the rest of the 7 months? That was some shit maths by me, wasn't it? I was thinking in tens for 9 months. 3 months gear cycle for 9 months. I'll be pretty shit and I'll feel horrible. I would like to stay within range and slowly add that muscle. That is the thing. The key for me here is the heart is going to slowly, gradually get used to that weight being added. You're going to be adding a kilogram or so every single month. By the end of the year, you're going to be 12 kilos heavier, which is a hell of a lot of weight if you ask me anyway. I mean, that's enough as it is. And like I said, I'm not here advocating doing this. I'm just saying, which is better? In my opinion, long-acting esters are way better than short-acting esters. And that was another point I could make, but cycles here. Long cycles are better. And when you're doing these long cycles, do not take short-acting esters. You do not need to take stuff like trenbolone acetate, or trenbolone anyway. You do not need to take it. You don't need to take like masteron acetate. You don't need to take test propionate. You don't need to take NPP. You do not need to take these fast-acting drugs if you're going to do something for a long period of time. Tested anthate, equipoise, masteron and anthate, primo. These are the kind of drugs take within a safe range for as long period of time, and it's so much more beneficial and easier on your heart. Guys, this is important. Right here, this is very, very important. You need to be looking after this. And I know it's not just about this. Well, it is for me, but for most guys, they're like, I don't give a shit. I want to be big, I want to be ripped, I want to be good. And trust me, for the newbies out there watching this, do not do 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12-week steroid cycles. Do not do PCT, come off 6, 8, 12 steroid cycles. PCT, come off. It's not what you want to do. I'm not saying do steroids all the time, non-stop. But come down to a TRT cruise dose. Slowly build back up what you need to do. Come back on to TRT. Slowly build back up. That's how you want to do it. And if you get good for a year and your blood work's fine and everything's good, then you can look into thinking, I want to do this for a living. And then obviously hire a coach and then go ahead and do what you need to do, because it's a bodybuilding journey. You want to do it, no one's going to tell you not to do it. Even though professional bodybuilders nowadays will say don't do it, it's not worth it, you're still going to go and do it. But that is when you should do it, when you know you're being on steroids free. Can your body hack it? Is your blood work good? Can everything function whilst you're on testosterone? Do you know how to manage it? Then there's another thing as well. People will argue and say, PCT, I'm doing it to bring my nuts back. Well, you can do that whilst you're on a low dose. Of course, if you want to learn how to do that, TRT protocol, pregnancy protocol, link is in the description. It's on sale right now, $49.99. I don't know when the sale's going to get off, guys. Well, I do actually, because I can turn it off anytime I want, but right now it's available. Click the link, is in the description. Yeah, it's in the description. Anyway, hopefully that answered the question. Short cycle, long cycle, which is safer, in my opinion. Lessen the amount you're going to take and do it for a long period of time. Hopefully this gave you some value. Comment down below, like, and please subscribe. And by the way, we're about to hit 5K. I'm about to hit 5K. Come on, share it.